I had a dream. I talk about a scary game and video game awards.
Well, I'm interested to hear that dream. That's going to be interesting. But along with the video game awards that Gray is talking about, we're also going to talk about what's to come with GGrated. This week we got a special video coming out for Christmas for all the parents out there, so stay tuned later on this week. And we're also going to talk about some games that we have played this week leading up to Christmas. So stay tuned. We got an awesome show ahead. If you haven't, make sure you like, subscribe, and let's get it going.
Hello, welcome to GGrated. We hope you enjoy the show. Now here are the hosts.
Yo, what's up, buddy? Welcome to GGrated. I don't know why I'm talking like this, but it works.
Hey, I'm glad to be back another week, man. Glad to have you,
buddy. We're still alive. Yay!
every day is not given, man. It's not given.
Yeah.
And
it's a gift. It's a gift.
And the gift we're going to give to all y'all is some video game news, because the Video Game Awards was just done this past week, a few days ago, I think 2 or 3 days ago. And they had some huge announcements. So we was like, man, let's talk about it. We got a lot of things. Xbox killed it.
Yeah.
At the Game Awards. Yeah. So let's talk about some of the releases and our thoughts on it.
3 words to say about the Video Game Awards. About the Video
Game
Awards. Those 3 words are all right. Matthew McConaughey was there, y'all, and he talked about a game he's in. You know what I'm talking about.
So whenever you talk about that game, when you talk about that game, I want you to talk in that voice.
It sounds pretty cool.
So the whole
all right, I will.
All right.
I sure will.
Man, I say we start off with a little Hellblade 2 as one of the announcements that they announced. Xbox announced.
Wait, aren't we talking about what games we played and stuff?
You want to talk about that first?
I mean, we usually do, but we can switch it up if you want.
Hey, let's knock out these game awards. That's what they're here for. Let's knock that out, and we'll finish up what we played.
Let's go over the game awards.
Let's switch it up a little bit, man. I say we start off with Hellblade 2 because they announced in 2020 when the Series X was announced at the Game Awards as well in 2020. Xbox announced Hellblade 2. They showed an awesome cinematic trailer. They actually released another trailer this time, and I believe they gave a release date. Don't hold me to that, but we do have that trailer here, so I kind of want to play it for you. Have you seen it yet? I don't think you've seen it yet.
I haven't played Hellblade 1, so I don't really know much about Hellblade 2.
Let's play it and check it out real quick.
I remember it having like really good visuals as far as her face and stuff. It looked really real.
Yeah.
Now our listeners can hear the Hellblade trailer. Ninja Theory created it. Oh, really good atmospheric things.
You know, she's kind of like schizophrenic, actress? You know? I don't know.
So is she like in and out of her own mind?
Yes.
Or what is this? What is this game about?
Have you ever played Hellblade 1? That's kind of what it is.
No. Was it good?
Oh, it's so good, dude. It's so good. They won a lot of awards. It is on Steam, yeah.
Oh, dude, I need to play Hellblade. Is it a fighting game?
Yep, just like this.
Oh, holy crap.
They're fighting and all that.
What the heck? So it's like a more hardcore, earlier in time version of King.
Really good cinematics, man.
Want the truth?
Yeah, crazy. Who is the actress?
They won like best. I don't know who the actress is, but they won an award for like best audio and artistic view and all this stuff.
Oh.
On the first one.
So it kind of looks like the actress from Alita Battle Angel. If you've seen that movie.
I have not.
Alita Battle Angel. Great movie. Based off of an anime. Yeah, this looks freaky, dude. It kind of reminds me, too, of the way the graphics are. Giving me a Death Stranding vibe.
Oh, yeah.
Or even God of the...
A little Tomb Raider, a little bit?
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit.
So, yeah. I thought this was a PlayStation title. I thought Hellblade was a PlayStation title.
Oh,
Is it not?
No. It's not PlayStation.
Well, cool.
So, I mean, that's going to be a huge game. with
Yeah.
Xbox and everything. But they've had some other ones coming our way, man, which I think is going to be pretty huge. What is a game? Go ahead and
Hellblade.
tell
2.
us about the McConaughey thing, because I'm dying to know what the deal is with that.
I'm trying to remember the name of the game. So the game deals with time dilation. It's called Exodus.
Exodus?
Found it? Yeah, Exodus. It deals with time dilation, and he said, and I know a little thing or two about time dilation because he dealt with that on the movie Interstellar.
I love that movie, man. That movie's so good.
Me too.
So if y'all don't know about Interstellar,
ever.
Just real quick, you should know about it first off. But it's one of the top movies. I'm with Gray on that. We agree with that. It's one of the top movies ever. But
love that movie.
There's so many ways to look at it, but Earth is ending. Like it's pretty much dying, and they have to find another
they can't
planet.
Really grow food or anything.
Yeah. So each resource
They
is
can only grow corn.
Yeah, and that's starting to dwindle away at this point now too. So wheat's been gone, now it's corn, all this stuff. So anyways, they got to find a new planet for their children and grandchildren and all that. So he decides to go upon this mission. And I'm not going to go all into it, but it's a great story about survival and the will of humanity and stuff. And I mean, it really pulls at your heartstrings.
Movie, so you know it's good.
Yeah. But we got Exodus trailer on here, so let's check it out real quick. Another space movie I see.
Yeah, dude. Anything space, I'm automatically in there.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I love space movies.
I like the atmosphere. Lightning. It's like they're on a weird planet with lightning striking.
Sweet, right? See, it makes me think. I kind of wish like Starfield would have been more like this.
Was a miracle.
Starfield needs just a little bit more to go for it.
Would be our salvation.
Huh?
Starfield just needs a little bit of help right now.
Yeah.
Humanity's greatest enemy.
Like, look at this. This looks awesome. I don't know about the aliens though. There's a lot of this that looks a little too generic.
Yeah. Ooh. Some alien just shot.
It's impressive.
Looks kind of like a Halo alien shooting at them, you know?
The Celestials.
Yeah, it definitely looks good. I'm interested to see what the actual gameplay is like. So I don't know if this trailer actually has any gameplay with it.
And I had to save her.
So if you've seen the Exodus trailer, you know, it doesn't really
he's saving the girl in the trailer.
Yeah.
When you travel at light speed,
the girl's getting away from all these aliens that's attacking them for some reason.
And he's talking about
for me,
when you travel at light speed, it's only days for him, and then back where she's at was a lifetime.
Those final moments, we never said goodbye.
No, come with me. Wait, please, Tom. I love you.
Yeah, so I guess she's already aged and died, and he's since he traveled at light speed, you know, he went and time was different, you know.
Which is kind of like Interstellar, the same kind of thing.
Yeah, it's the same deal as Interstellar, where he's having to watch his daughter age, and he's only been there for
are the travelers,
like hours. Ugh, rough, dude. That looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
See? I don't know why they're playing this music all of a sudden. It doesn't really fit the trailer.
It does not.
It was all like this.
It's all mysterious.
Then, yeah, that was cool.
So a little bit of gameplay.
Become the traveler. So that dude, it's got the same thing as Starfield. It said, "Become the traveler." And aren't you called a traveler in Starfield? I don't remember.
I don't know.
I need to pick that game up again.
I know. We was at one point. I think at one point we was really into it, and then we kind of just got sidetracked. We get sidetracked a lot, man, when it comes to these games.
It was the hype, I think, got me.
And then
I was like all hyped to play it.
And then I'm like sitting here playing Apex again, grinding a little bit, and yeah, I know. I'm kidding. It's a fine game. It's fine. But I mean, so that game, where was McConaughey come in at? Did he just announce the game at the Video Game Awards?
Yeah, so at the Video Game Awards, he actually walked out on stage and he talked about it.
So that's why it kind of fits. It kind of fits with that game, with the time traveling.
Yeah.
Okay. That's good. Well, my most exciting, I'll go ahead and let y'all know, my most exciting announcement for the Video Game Awards And my buddy Baxter, y'all can look at one of our past episodes. He was a guest star on our episodes, talking about Sea of Stars.
I'm sorry. One more thing about that game. He's actually in the game. I don't know where he's at in it, but he's actually a voice actor in the game.
So for somebody?
Yeah, that was the main hook of like him actually. He's in the game. I don't know where because I didn't really like notice him in the trailer, but yeah. Okay,
that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
I hope he says all right. That's what I hope.
All right.
But
and he says something like, they keep getting older and I stay the same age. Yes, I do. And it actually fits the story of the game.
Does he really say that?
No, but he should. Like,
I was about to say he should if
dazed and confused. So, but it would fit with this story, because he's traveling at light speed and he isn't aging, but everybody else is because time is moving a lot faster there. So
guys,
he could say that and it would fit.
If you can't realize, so I'm more of like a photo memory kind of guy. So if you show me a cover of a movie or something, I might say, oh yeah, I've seen that before. Josh is the guy that he can literally, you give him a name, but oh, he was in this movie at this time with the title of the screen. Like he'll know exactly what the movie is. So he's definitely a big plus. All right. But some of the big actors like McConaughey and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, absolutely. But like, man, like when he was talking about the Hellblade 2, like, hey, who's that actress? I have no freaking clue, but Gray, I guarantee is going to find out, or he's going to know who this actor is. So if y'all have any questions in reference to that, I'm going to refer it to Gray. But let's move on because I really want to get into my most exciting announcement along with my buddy Baxter that was on the show with us, Gray. It's called Visions.
Yeah, he was great. He did a great job.
Yeah, it's called Visions of Mana. Baxter went over Sea of Stars, which was like a throwback, love song is what he said in reference to these old RPGs, right? So I know you're looking at the actor. Everybody's seeing Gray kind of looking over. He's probably looking up to see who the actor is. But let's get into this trailer with Visions of Mana real quick, and let's just see what you think of it, because I'm dying to get your opinion on this one. So.
Let's do it. Visions of Mana. All right. Getting some
Hang on
Pokemon.
a second. I'm pausing this. Let me ask you something. Gotta pause. Do you know what Secret of Mana is? Do you know about that game?
Yeah, it's an RPG from back in the day.
Have you played it?
Right?
I
might have played it.
It's one of the top RPG games of all time. Whenever we talk, when Baxter talked to us about the Sea of Stars, about how it's kind of like a throwback love letter to Secret of Mana, this is the game that was talking about. And it's like, I just have a feeling after this, we're going to play the trailer again in just a second, but I feel like they did this after they saw how big, they had to start it around the same time, obviously, but I feel like it's now going to be a hit more than ever because of how Sea of Stars was such a big hit. So I'm very interested to see how this game goes. So let's check it out.
Let's check it out. Yeah, I'm getting Pokemon vibes off of it. As far as
kind of art style.
Oh wow, though. It looks like a beautiful environment. So, can you tell me a little bit about the first story from the first Secret of Mana?
It's been so long. I'll leave it to him.
Okay.
I played it so long ago. I just remember. Let's stick to this right now, and then we'll kind of go into the first one real quick. We'll go into it.
Okay, because I'm gonna guess as something to do with magic. Mana is your magic energy, I guess. I'm getting some Nintendo vibes off of this. Yep. So is this on Switch?
Yes, I believe it is going to be on Switch. I think it's going to be on all platforms.
Okay,
honestly.
So it's going to be on everything.
Yeah.
Is it Square?
Yes, Square Enix.
Okay. Yeah. Gotcha. Visions of Mana. This looks really good. Looks really good.
Yeah, see, it's on Steam, Windows, PS5, PS4, in all Xbox consoles. The reason I bring this up, and I know you kind of mentioned the first one, and I don't want to give out anything in reference to it. It's a Super Nintendo game, Secrets of Mana, and I can't remember all the details exactly, because it's been like what 20 something years. But what I do remember with the game is just the atmosphere that they bring in the storytelling, along with the RPG with the mechanics. So,
right.
As you can tell, it's very colorful, right? It's detailed on the Visions of Mana, and the first one was kind of the same way, especially with the hardware constraints that we had back on the Super Nintendo. So,
right.
The reason I'm excited about it is the story was so kind of like I always judge it compared to Final Fantasy VII. That's what I judge it on, because Final Fantasy VII story till this day has everybody knows about the story and what happens, especially with Aerith, right? Poor Aerith.
Yeah,
poor
sad.
Aerith. Oh, speaking of, just to show y'all real quick, as you can look, I had Secrets of Mana literally playing on Secrets of Mana playing on my Steam Deck over here. So,
oh, nice.
Yeah, I'll try to get that. I'll try to get that pulled up real quick and see if I can.
I'm pretty sure I got that as well on my Steam Deck. If it's a Super Nintendo game, I'm pretty sure I got it. I might have to play it just to get ready for this game. So I'm guessing it's turn-based RPG.
Yeah, it's a turn-based. It's a turn-based RPG. I don't know if you can kind of see too much what's happening, but it's very simple, man. It's kind of like the Final Fantasy turn-based, but you know what I mean. You have the fight. You have turn and attack, and it's very basic, but it's the story is what was so great with it. So, like I said, I'm not going to spoil it, because I know there's a lot of people going to go back and try to play the first one after they're coming out with Visions of Mana. But what I'm excited about is we love all the mechanics that comes with Secret of Mana, right? And what you can see in that bubble is like you're stopped and it's like turn-based, right? Is what it is. But on the old one, but on the new trailer that you just saw, it's like you're moving around and able to strike them at the same time. So you're not sitting still like Sea of Stars. You're actually moving around a little bit. So
I wonder if it's like Ni no Kuni, if you've ever played that. It's an RPG, and the battle system is like you still choose what attack to do, and you just like hit a button to do it. But you can also run around a little bit. It's kind of a mixture. It's a really cool style of play that just makes kind of the combat more unique. So I wonder if Visions of Mana is kind of like that. I'm interested to see.
In Josh, I think that these days, especially with the younger generation, and I've kind of grown accustomed to it myself, is I really like the fact that you can kind of run around, give her more action type sequences, kind of like the new Final Fantasy VII remake. I don't know if you ever played that, but you don't sit there and it's not turn based. So you can run around and actually hit, and you just got to wait for your striking gauge, your action gauge to fill up. So I think that's the way to go. So you got something to do the whole time, and the Sea of Stars game still has their places, because you can be chilling and just playing that, not worrying, taking your time and all. That's great. That's all great with the story. But I do like to have a little bit more going on when you're playing some of these games.
So do you have Final Fantasy on Steam, or do you have on something else?
I have Final Fantasy VII. I bought the collector's edition on PlayStation 4. So on my PlayStation.
So you're talking about the new one?
No, the Final Fantasy VII remake. Yes, not the original, but the remake.
Right.
I had
the remake is the one that I want to play.
I had the physical copy. If you have a PlayStation, I'll let you borrow it, but you can't take 20 years giving it back to me like the old one.
I know, right? I think it's still on my list on Steam to pick up when it ever goes on sale.
Well, they got it now with the downloadable content integrated now as well. So
what do you mean?
So they have Final Fantasy VII remake, and then they came out Intergrade, which has and I have her name off the top of my tongue or whatever. Anyways, I don't know, but anyways, she comes in and there's a little. It's a expansion pretty much to Final Fantasy VII remake. So that gets included with the game now. But see, it's not included on PlayStation 4. Like, you have to get a PlayStation 5 to play it.
Included with what game?
Final Fantasy VII Remake. That is what I'm talking about. The new remake.
What's included with the remake? I don't understand.
The expansion pass. Like, it's like an expansion pass.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And so you can get those two things now added together, pretty much. It's together. PlayStation 4, you can only play the original story, not with the expansion that they did.
Yeah, okay.
So now
can you not buy the expansion?
Not for PlayStation 4.
It's only on PC?
It's on PC, PlayStation 5. So
I see.
The question is, the problem I'm running into is, do I wait a year or two for this new Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2, pretty much, right, coming out? Do I wait 2 years and play it on PC, maybe, if it does come on PC? Or do I get a PlayStation 5 and play it? And I feel like PlayStation is going to have me on this one. You know, I think I'm going to have to buy a PlayStation 5.
Man, I can't say much about that because the only reason I bought an Xbox back in the day was for Titanfall 1. So, you know, I think that's a good enough reason to get a system if you really want it. If there's a game that's like, man, I really want to play that. These days, I don't know if I'd ever go back to the PlayStation universe. Probably when my son's older, he might want one, but by then everything might be on PC. I don't know.
Why would you not go to PlayStation though? What's the reasoning behind it?
Because I'm already integrated into Xbox and PC. I don't even really play my Xbox that much anymore. I'm on PC.
I see, and I got rid of mine, and I haven't missed it. I'll be honest.
Yeah,
and everything's on PC on my Steam Deck. I kind of want to keep it on one system. You know.
I wish PlayStation, if they had like a portable handheld that was actually ran hardware, I might consider that, because there's a lot of those games, like they have great games. It's the same deal with Switch. I mean, they kind of like keep things.
You got to have a Nintendo
in their closed ecosystem. I don't even have a Switch yet, but
you got to get one though.
I'm trying to figure out how to get it emulated on my Steam Deck. There's a lot of hoops you got to jump through right now.
Because you already own those games, right? Yeah. Because you already own them,
dude. I would totally buy them. I would buy them.
Absolutely. Speaking of like old games and emulation and everything, the biggest announcement, what everybody's been talking about with the Video Game Awards, Josh, has been the SEGA announcements. And I don't think you heard about this because you would have mentioned it to me. Have you heard about Sega's new announcements?
No.
Oh. All right, so we're gonna watch this trailer real quick, and
do it.
And we're gonna see what you think about it.
Oh, I think I did hear something about this. This isn't a game that I played that much, though.
No, you didn't hear about it, then. You did not hear about it.
Jet Set Radio, bro. Right?
Oh, the all 5 games. You're talking about all 5.
No, I just heard about Jet Set Radio. That's what I saw on there a second ago, and I was like, yeah, I think I heard about that. But
all right,
they got more coming. Are they remakes? I wonder.
Sega made a huge announcement, guys. If you haven't watched this trailer, you need to watch it, especially if these old school 25 to 38, 40 years old, you need to watch this.
All right.
They're on a couch, and it's like an earthquake. Skateboard goes missing.
Yeah, they're in a room.
Viking helmet.
That was Golden Axe. Probably.
Yeah, Golden. Yeah, that's what.
I played a lot of Golden Axe.
Me too.
Plus, I think I have heard about it. I remember somebody saying something.
Now
about
you're remembering.
Yeah, now I'm remembering.
Oh, you hear the old Sega?
It's honest. Yeah.
Shinobi.
So is this just remakes or are they the same game?
Look at this. All remakes.
Oh, they're all remakes.
Yes, they're going back to the roots, bro.
Oh,
look, Streets of Rage. Look, Streets of
Rage.
Shinobi.
Oh my gosh, dude.
2D. Look at that.
Sir.
Look, Golden. Look at Golden Axe. Look at Golden Axe.
Bro, let's freaking go.
3D Golden Axe. Crazy Taxi, bro.
Crazy Taxi.
Let's go.
Sir.
Hey.
Shinobi, Golden Axe, Streets of Rage. I'm in.
Hey,
I'll get them.
And you see that very bottom line? In more, dude. In more.
Yeah.
So what does that mean?
What's some other Sega games you would love for them to come out with?
They made an announcement and statement. Exactly what you're thinking is, man, they've been being held up by Persona, by Sonic, by some other game. I forget what it is, but they've been held up from 3 games constantly over the past two decades, right? So now they're saying they're tired of it. They're trying to go back to their roots, and they're remaking all these games. Like this is a whole lot. This is just 5 of many more that they are remaking right now that we do not know about. So I mean,
that's cool.
They can either ruin it or this can be a whole new thing. I think that was the biggest announcement that everybody was really excited about with Sega.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Well, so what is some other games for Sega that they can go back to? I mean, because I know mine's is on these 5 games now. Obviously, I think the Golden Axe.
I know the games that I played the most of on Sega was exactly those right there: Shinobi, Golden Axe, and Streets of Rage. I played those a lot.
What do you think about Golden Axe going 3D like that?
Yeah, I see. I'm a fan of that. I wish they would do that with all of them. I saw them doing some sort of side-scrolling game. I'm guessing that is Shinobi. I wish they would turn that into a updated 3D game because Shinobi's awesome.
I like Shinobi doing 2D
powers
though.
that you use as a ninja, and yeah, but it would just be cool to like see it in a different light.
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah, what was the other game? What was the other game? Ninja Gaiden. Remember, Ninja Gaiden was another one, and that's kind of like that 3D. So I think they wanted to go a little bit opposite, a little bit different than Ninja Gaiden, and that's why they're probably going the 2D route, kind of like a Hades and stuff like that. Well, I guess not necessarily a Hades, kind of like a Metroid, game like that, Metro 2D game.
Yeah, like old school Metroid.
Yeah, they got a new one. Is it Metroid Prime? I think that they have. That they came out with on the Switch, which I know you don't have a Switch, but I have that game, and it's kind of like a 2D just like that, man, where you can jump on the wall and everything like that. So I think the 2D will actually be it would be something a little bit different to kind of keep its roots. But one of my favorite games I actually like playing, I don't know if you know this, is Crazy Taxi. I used to, the arcade, Crazy Taxi in the arcade used to get me all the time.
Be an arcade with it.
Yeah, that was the best. That was one of the best games to play in the arcade. But they're reviving
it at the arcade in Dothan at the mall?
I think so. I think so.
Yeah.
I think so.
And remember that game, and there was another game called Sniper Scope. Oh, that was really fun that you played in the arcade.
Do you remember?
I played it all the time.
Do you remember Dance Dance, though?
In the arcade? Dance Revolution.
Yes.
I love that game. Dude, it's awesome.
That's it. So if you give 20 subscribers, we'll try to find one and send Josh there. No, I'm just kidding. Just to see him dance. Yeah,
that would be, man, in the house we're at right now, we couldn't fit that mug in here. But in the future, man, when I have a shop and all that again, I would love to put a Dance Revolution arcade cabinet in my home. That would be so cool.
That would be insane. Speaking of going back in the day, again, that kind of stuff, I sent Josh, I saw a video on TikTok today in reference to the old Xbox LAN parties with Halo and Halo 2.
Yes, dude.
And this guy built a cabinet. And I'm going to try to put this on the screen for y'all so y'all can see it. But he built a cabinet with 4 walls and 4 shelves inside that little square cabinet. Has 4 Xbox, just Xboxes, okay, in there. And he has 4 TVs, like some adapter that he puts on the top. And 4 TVs on each side. So a TV on each side of the wall. So
it was really cool too because it's like a square. So there was a TV on each side of the square. So you couldn't really be a screen looker like we used to do back in the day.
Yeah, no screen peeking. That was the biggest thing.
Yeah, but you're still beside each other, which is really neat.
But you know what's even more cool about it is the original Xbox has 4 ports on there. So even on the TV. You can have, so if for the younger generation that doesn't know what a LAN party is, all it is when you get an Ethernet cord, okay, and you will plug up that Xbox and run that cord throughout the whole house to another room or some other location to another Xbox. So both Xboxes are connected together. So when you got them connected together, then you can play multiplayer matches. That was before online and all that stuff. So we would have Josh, we've had a couple of those where we have like 10, 12, people over at the house, and they all bring their Xboxes and their TVs, and we'll all play these Halo 2 games on this LAN party. And what's the cool thing about that is on each TV, he has 4 TVs hooked up in that square. Imagine having 4 people for each TV on each square. So you have 16 people that can technically play there if you split that TV screen.
Crazy.
16 in that little small spot. I think that's perfect, man, for 2023.
Oh, dude, that would be so sick. And speaking of which, this is funny that you sent me that, because I actually fell asleep last night to a video by Linus Tech Tips. Where he was hosting like 100 people in his house to do a LAN party.
What?
Yeah,
like,
it was crazy.
With what though?
I guess they were playing all different kind of games. No, they were all on PC, I think, and they were doing a LAN party.
Wow.
And he had like his own server room, and they were showing how they're like hooking it all up, how they're going to do the internet, how they have to get all the power done, because it's like so many people, so they had to like try to get different folks on different circuits of the house so they didn't overload the power. It was really neat to kind of see what technology and what they had to do to get that to work. But could you imagine 100 people in your house, like a bunch of tables everywhere, just everybody playing games?
Dude,
that'd be so cool.
Dude, that would be, and you go all night drinking nothing but Surge and Mountain Dew.
Oh, yeah. Oh, dude, there's another channel. He's called Nerd on a Budget, and every year he makes a video of a LAN party. Him and his friends, they'll like do it at different houses, but they have a big time LAN party where they're all playing on their PCs and they're all playing games together. And man, like, I want to do that so bad. I would like to get a bunch of
just even show the kids, what that's about. Being on the floor, like. Not being in front of the screen and playing with people across the world. Now, that's cool, too. It has its moments. But to be in the same house, order pizza, grab you some Mountain Dew, some Coke, sit down, talk smack to the guy right next to you, man. Look, there'd be so many days. I'll tell you this. One of my most fondest memories I just want to throw out there is I'll go over to Derek's house. And we will play sports games, the Madden games. And I'll always get his mom's sweet tea. and every time I would score a touchdown on him, I would just pick up the glass. He used to get so ticked at me, by the way. I'll pick up the glass and I'll just drink the sweet tea a little bit. He'd be like, he was like, do you really have to take a sip every time you make a good play? I was like, absolutely, man. Funny. Absolutely. But you wouldn't have got that if it was just me and him playing online from, hours away or whatever. I was next to him. I can talk that smack. I can do that stuff. Being next to him, being the 2-player, on the game. So,
yeah, that's great.
But what do you? That's the pretty big announcements. I know No Man's Sky kind of made another announcement going back to the Video Game Awards. They're showing off a whole new game. Like, they're making Earth pretty much in their own vision. And they're saying you can scale the Earth completely, just like the size of the Earth. They're saying it's not going to be scaled down or anything. I don't know if you remember No Man's Sky 10 years ago in 2013 announced at the Video Game Awards, and it was a complete failure at first, and now it just completely changed it around, right?
Oh, like everybody loves it now.
Everybody loves it. Do you think they're going to end up the same way when they release this game, this new vision? Or do you think they learned their lesson the first time?
No, I think that, they've definitely learned their lesson, because they were one of the first ones to get kind of canceled from that. Like, to have all these things to come out like, hey, this is what the game is going to be. And when it actually releases, it's not that. But, everybody thought that game was dead. They thought everybody hated it. But slowly, they've been releasing free updates, and they've won everybody over, and all is forgiven. Now, you still have people that do that. It was the same story with
Cyberpunk.
Yes, exactly. Cyberpunk 2077 was the same story.
I need to buy that game.
Now everybody loves that game. Like, It's the same.
I need you to
deal,
buy
but-
that game. No, I'm just kidding. So we can play it.
Like, I played it before, but it's not multiplayer. Like
Yeah, I know. That's why I love. I like
Yeah.
those single player games.
Oh, you want me to buy it? So
I
that
was,
you can have
yeah.
it on Steam. I got you. Yeah. And supposedly it plays good on the Steam Deck.
It's 43% off. I appreciate it. You know. Anyway, so
Right.
something I can't believe I did not announce it at the very beginning, Gray, and I keep saying the big announcements. Man, this Video Game Awards, it went on for a very long time. If they would have condensed it up, it would have been an awesome show. But I think Blade, with Marvel's Blade, got announced for Xbox. Xbox, they're going at the same people, Arcane, that made Redfall. Unfortunately, though, so hopefully they can redeem themselves. They are making Marvel's Blade, and it was a huge announcement because they are going up. I think they're going toe to toe with Spider-Man with PlayStation. You know, Xbox needs that Marvel game that just sticks out, and people are going nuts over this Blade. So I'm going to play that trailer real quick if that's cool with you, and maybe it's just a cinematic, but no gameplay.
Yeah.
But dude, I'm super excited for this guy. I love Blade. So
Excited too. Isn't there Blade movie supposed to come out?
oh, I heard. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I heard so too. The original Blade 1 was so good.
No, I forget Bethesda is going with it.
So I played Blade, the video game, on like PlayStation 2.
Yeah.
Maybe? And I remember it being really cool.
I'm so glad they're going back
really
to
cool
it, man.
Effects when you killed a vampire, they would turn into fire and stuff. It was a really cool effect. You had guns and a sword and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Turn that shit up.
Dude, these cinematics are next level. though.
They are.
Golly. Talking about smooth.
I love this part right here. He cuts himself with the blood.
Uh-oh. Don't do that. And then he's going to use it on his face? That's gross,
Relax,
bro.
man. I don't bite.
He said, relax, man. I don't bite.
Oh, so that's Blade?
Yep.
Lock up tight now.
What?
Night's just getting started.
Okay. So,
What you think?
All right. I think it's cool. I don't know why he's got a revolver. That's a little... So my head is stuck with Blade movie with Wesley Snipes. Like, that's a cool looking Blade.
Oh, absolutely.
I don't know. I don't
Blade
know
is
about
Wesley
this Blade, to
Snipes,
be
kind of
honest.
like Tony Hawk, kind of like Tony Stark is with Iron Man, right?
Yeah.
I don't know the actress's name. I forget his name. If you say it, I know it. Who's Tony Stark?
Ben Stiller is Tony
No, it is
Stark.
not. I do know Ben Stiller.
No. It's Tom Cruise.
It's not Tom
Tony
Cruise.
Stark,
Good try.
Iron
You're
Man.
still trying. But
He was almost, though. He was Iron Man
He was.
back in the day.
He was. But for real, do you know the name of...
Yeah, it's Hugh Jackman is
It's not.
Iron Man.
I'm going to throw this at you, even though I can't across the screen. See, I told everybody that you helped me out with that side, and here you go, just like throwing out names, like so serious too. You're like, yeah, it's Hugh Jackman, Wolverine over here. You know,
is Iron Man.
Everybody is thinking that you really don't know now. So I'm sorry I led y'all in the wrong
totally
direction,
fine.
guys. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I led y'all
fine.
wrong. I led y'all to the water.
That's totally fine.
And then
but
Josh
you
said, "Don't drink it."
Woo. You don't know who Iron Man is.
Well, not yet.
Oh, I can see you Googling.
No.
Who is it? Who is it? What's his name?
I don't know. I'm just waiting for you to tell me, you know.
Full cast and crew.
Bro, it wouldn't be Robert Downey Jr., would it?
Robert Downey Jr. Yeah, I totally did not remember.
I'm
It was on the
glad.
tip of my tongue.
I'm glad
I
I
could see his face, but I was like, oh.
I'm glad I told
Robert
you.
Downey.
Glad I told you. But man, that's
That's
pretty
funny.
much the big announcements for the Game Awards, man. What you been playing this week, though, man? You been playing any other?
Hey, you just hold on 1 second. You just hold on.
Game not over.
So we're going to talk about what games we've been playing this week. And of course, I got the go-tos that I play with my son. We roll through maybe a little bit of Minecraft, a little bit of Gang Beasts, a little bit of something. He's been playing Breath of the Wild. I got a new, not a new, but I got one of my old monitors up here, and I do have a new monitor arm that I set up on my gaming desk over here with the Steam Deck so that he can experience the Steam Deck. But as far as me, last night I played a game with my buddy Daniel, and it's actually free till Monday. So we're recording right now, it's a Sunday. So the game might be free tomorrow and then it might end, but the game is GTFO. And I would explain it as the vibes I get off of it are that of like Metro Exodus. So it's like Russian bunkers and stuff that you're going into. And you got different missions to do. On this particular mission, we had to find a person that was in one of these rooms, and it's neat because you're using a team and you're exploring these bunkers, and there's these monsters down there that respond to light. So you have a flashlight you have to turn off. They respond to noise. So you have to kind of sneak around them. And if you alert them, they start glowing, and, a bunch of them can swarm around you.
Yeah.
You have different weapons and stuff. It's basically like a horror shooter team strategy game. So one thing I thought was really cool is to access a terminal, you actually had to put in prompts that you would if you were using a terminal to code something. So if
what do you mean?
There was a particular card that I needed to open up a door. So it gave me the number to that key card, and I had to put in a terminal. I had to say query key card _ 2953 or whatever.
Yeah.
So you actually had to type that in and hit enter, and it would search the bunker and it would tell you what room that was in. And then you had to go try to find that room so you could get the key so that you could open up this other door to continue your mission. So there was a lot of looting. There was a lot of trying to find different items so that you could get to another place.
Is that like kind of like a Resident Evil? I know you play a lot of Resident Evil games. Is it kind of like that same thing?
No, this is its own thing, man. It's different because you're working as a team and you have different weapons and stuff. Like when you open up certain doors, an alarm will go off and you have to defend that point until the door can be unlocked. So you have to go stand in a spot, and everybody might have a turret you can put down so that you can defend the swarm until the door unlocks. And you got to find ammo, you got to find like med packs. So in that aspect, I would say it's kind of a lot like Resident Evil. But also, if you played the new, it was Aliens, Marines.
We played a little bit of that, yeah.
Yeah, so it was kind of like that too, but this one was a lot slower and kind of more hardcore horror, really good lighting, like the dark areas were dark. And if you saw a monster, you could turn off your light, and then you had glow sticks you could throw out so that you could kind of like find your way. And if the monster starts glowing, then you need to stop and be still until it kind of calms back down so that you can sneak around it. It was really cool like that. And it required you to talk with your team too and be like, hey, there's a monster here, you need to go around. Kind of
like we was doing on 0 Hour. I know it's a very tactical game, but it required a lot of communication, but in a different kind of atmosphere.
Tactical. Yeah, definitely a slower game. Like we went through this level and we finally got the key card to unlock the door, and we were probably playing about an hour. Like this was a long mission, and we finally got to that door and we started to open it up and we got swarmed and we died. And it was like all that was just for nothing. It was like brutal.
No.
Yeah. So it was a really cool game to try out. Not necessarily one I think I'm going to play a lot more because it really works with a team. And these days it's kind of hard to find a whole team that's going to play a game together. But
it's true.
It was definitely
every day
a fun
too.
experience. Yeah, exactly. But it was definitely a fun experience. I do not regret my time playing it. It was cool to try it for the free weekend.
And what's the name of the game again? Is it GTFO?
It's called GTFO. I played it on Steam.
And it was the free weekend, so now it's not free on Steam, guys. I don't think, right? I think the trial is over with now. But
it said it was free till Monday, so that'll be tomorrow. But this is coming out Monday.
Oh, that's true. So by the time y'all hear this, it won't.
It probably won't be out. GTFO.
If you're on Twitch, though, you got time.
It's only $23.99.
Okay.
So you can play it right now. So it ends in 14 hours. So by tomorrow.
So
it's going to be
guys.
done.
If you listen to us on Twitch, if you listen on Twitch live, you get this information right now, and you can hop on right now and get you some playtime in, for free. But that'll be something we might have to check out along with. There was another game that you wanted me to try out as well. That was on a free weekend kind of, but that's pretty cool, man.
It was neat.
You was playing with your buddy Daniel a little bit on that game, right?
Yeah, Daniel. He's going to be on the podcast soon. But me and him
you convinced him to get on the podcast, huh?
Oh yeah, we kind of talked about it a bit last night, and we need to try to figure out. What would be the best for him to talk about.
Whatever you need to do, whatever money that you need, okay? Sign the papers, get the papers in, and you come back to me, okay? We'll make it happen. You hear me?
10-4. I'll get my people to talk to your people.
We got to get Daniel on this thing. Man, I just been playing. Honestly, just a lot of Sonic Frontiers. Because honestly, I wanted to catch up to you because I know you was a little ahead of me, and I get to the end. I finally got to become Supersonic, which is like one of my favorite things ever to do, and face this giant Titan, and it was awesome. Sweet, right? It was awesome, man, and that
was cool.
But then I'm like, oh, did I beat the game? That's a typical Sonic game. It's pretty small, pretty quick. You beat it, and then it's like 5 other islands you have to go to. And I'm like, okay, let me save this. I'll come back to it in a little bit. I was like, man, I put in all that time. I mapped 95% of that first island. And I'm like, man, I did pretty much everything on it. And now I'm going to the second island and starting all the way back over. So I'm kind of a little demotivated now playing it.
I know. The next island is the desert, I think. And
then you make me more demotivated. You know what you said to me?
Exactly.
You remember what you said?
Yeah.
I'd go, great. There's 5 islands. He's like, yeah, I'm on the second one. It's like a desert. There ain't nothing really there. I'm like, really?
Yeah, it's not that fun. Because when that game was going to come out, the trailers mainly showed the first island. Like, I thought that's what it was going to be
the whole time.
Mainly that one, but there's probably some pretty cool environments to discover. It'd be neat to progress through.
I beat every Sonic game, so it's gonna happen. I'm gonna beat it.
Yeah. Got to.
I just gotta.
It's a fun one to hop in and out of too, though. I mean,
yeah.
Like, it is a fun game. It's just different than any other Sonic game that they've had.
Yeah.
While still having a lot of things that are in the other games, like when you hop in the portals, like you're basically in one of the old Sonic games again, and it's like, okay, this is familiar. This is something that's fun and I'm used to. And then when you hop out of that, you're in this open world that's like Zelda.
But the speed that you can go on that game, it's so fluent. It's so nice when you're turning. Like, the controllers they did the controllers really good on Sonic Frontiers, and
got great control.
The blue blaze and stuff like that, I think is it's a great game, man, and I recommend it to anybody that wants to play it on the Steam Deck. I know we talked about it a little bit on the podcast before, but just to kind of throw out there, it's not going to be on our list, but what we're about to talk about is we got this video coming out in the next few days by Wednesday, trying to help out all of these parents. We have a lot of friends and family that might need some help picking out some games for their kids for Christmas, some video games. So we get a lot of questions from people off air in reference to what game should I get for my kid? What will be a game that I ain't got to worry about the profanity and stuff? And Sonic Frontiers is a great game for that, but it's not going to be on our list. I think we got plenty of other better options or greater options as well, but that can definitely be another great game to pick up if you're able to. But I mean, what do you got to say in reference to everybody in reference to what we're going to be doing in reference to that video?
Hold on, my wife is turning the lights on.
I saw that. I was like, man, your RGB is going crazy over there.
It's going nuts. That's a good one to leave on, honey. Thank you. That's okay. What was the question? Topic. What was the question?
I'm looking at Gray's camera, and literally he's going like gold,
like a
brown. Yeah. If he started dancing, I was going to think something's wrong with him. You know.
Yeah. Honey, why don't you come in here and say hello on the podcast?
There you go.
This is my wife, Raven.
She's the one that makes everything happen over here. No.
Yep. She come on in here. Come on in here and say hello.
Hey, put down the cue cards that you was holding for him and come on.
Come here. Come here. Hi.
Which camera?
It's right there.
Hey, Raven.
This is my wife.
You want to say hey to the people?
Talking to the microphone.
Hello.
Oh, okay.
She said,
I'm gonna have to end this podcast.
Anyway, which I don't see
is
that
my dog.
She is turning as red as that candy apple.
Look, I got my doggy right here too. Hey, puppy.
Oh yeah. And what's the name of the dog? What's the name of the dog? Ellie, right?
Yes,
Ellie Mae.
Ellie Mae.
Yeah, guys. So if you don't know, guys, we have I know mine's in the other room and stuff, but with our kids and family and all that, we can't say enough. Letting us get up every week. I do want to throw that shout out there. Letting us spend an hour just talking to y'all, giving y'all some news, giving y'all our advice on these games and talking about, the fun stuff we get to do. And it's something we don't talk about too much, with that, but without the support system, having even my wife, Ashley, my daughter Addie and my son Shep, we wouldn't be able to do this, honestly. So I do give it out a shout out to them,
dude.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, well said. Speaking of the Sheps, so we both have a son named Shepherd, and we're going to get them on soon to talk about their favorite games. I think that'd be really fun, especially for them to look back on years from now and be able to say, "Hey, that was me when I was 5." That's weird.
Absolutely.
It's crazy.
So
it's cool.
We both have them. They're around 4, 3 and 4, 4 and 5.
Yeah.
That,
Mine's
those ages.
turned 5 this month.
Yeah. So the age group, what we're going to do with this video that we'll keep talking about is we're going to break it down to age groups. So we've got some really good picks for that 4 to 7, right? And then we got age group 8 to 12. And I have a 13-year-old as well. So we're going to do 13 to 16 and then just 16 plus. Because if you're at 16 playing video games at this point, you've probably seen some stuff and know some stuff already. Especially in these schools these days, you probably already know a lot of these adult games as it is. So we're going to give recommendations for 16 plus as well. And then anything other than that is going to be mature rating. So we're not going to even throw that in there. We're going to keep this family friendly. And we're going to get some great recommendations, but y'all stay tuned. Keep track of our YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe. Stay up to date. Ring that ding-a-ling bell, right? And
I ring that ding-a-ling bell
to give y'all notification as soon as we go live. Oh, dude, yeah, because we almost forgot again. In reference to dream.
Forget it again. Oh, so it was just funny because I was going to talk about it last week because it was fresh on my mind. I think the day before that I just had the dream. And I just remembered this dream. I just thought it was funny. This is like a fun place for us to just talk about stuff. But so I had a dream the other night that I was standing by my vehicle. I got a Bronco.
That's a great dream, man. Okay, I'm sorry.
And one of my supervisors from work walked over, and my Bronco was dirty, like on the inside. and he got out a water hose and just started spraying it. Like, just started dumping water inside my Bronco. And I was like, what are you doing, man? And he's like, I'm cleaning it. And I'm like, but it's carpet. Like, you're just spraying water in my Bronco. And he's like, no, it's fine. And I was kind of sitting there and I was like, what is happening right now? Because I was almost at the point where I was like, wait a second. Am I dreaming? Like, what's going on? What? I was so confused. I was like, how can he think that that's okay to do that? Like,
so I'm waiting to hear about how bad you hit him or what. I mean,
no, I didn't do it. I just kind of stood there and I was like, what do I do? And then that's when I think my brain was like, hey, buddy, you're dreaming. And I was about to realize it. And then I think I woke up. And I was like, man, that was so weird. And I was like, I got to tell somebody about this.
No, usually these dreams, what they say, and I'm not a dream professional, no, a dream catcher over here, but they say that those mean something when you do these dreams, though. Like they're meant for.
Yeah, I think sometimes they do, especially, for the believers out there, prophetic dreams, I think that's a real thing. And I think God does speak to us in dreams, and I think also they can just be something that you ate too. So
I was about to say, did you read the Bible and then read a Bible in your Bronco and think that Jesus is watering your water in your grass? Maybe it has something to do with that.
Jesus is the wellspring of life, and He's watering my Bronco.
What is that?
Wait, Bronco? Jesus on a white horse? The connections, bro.
You see how they do that? Shazam.
Shazam is not real. It's Kazam. Got you. You have been served, sir.
But that was pretty interesting, man. We have some terrible dreams. Just remember, guys, if you're dreaming and you do hit the ground from falling, that's usually not a good thing. You probably won't tell us about it. But just remember, if you always wake up before you hit the ground,
bro, you're good to go. Hit the ground before.
No, you have not.
In my dream.
No, you have
not. I swear I have. I promise.
So you're not really Josh then.
Yeah, I'm just, I'm a ghost. No, I legit hit the ground, and I remember I was like I couldn't move. And I was like, oh no. And I woke up, and I was fine. So...
Really? You're still on the ground right now. This is all a dream right now.
My dad, dude. So he talked about before jumping, like he had a dream that we were all in a wagon, like a horse and wagon back in the day.
Yeah.
And he woke up and he dove off the bed into the wall, diving after us because he dreamed that a wagon went off of a cliff and he was diving.
Your dad literally can say he'll run through the wall for y'all, and that's so cool. Yeah. He's so cool. It's like, I want you to know I would do this for y'all, and I believe it too. Your dad would. Right. Your dad would be like,
dreams are weird. Yeah, that's so crazy. And I remember after I had surgery, I was on all kind of drugs and everything, as far as painkillers and whatever else they were giving me. And I remember waking up in the recliner. And I thought in my head, because I was so confused, I thought I was in a hotel and I thought I was on a basketball team traveling to go play. So I woke up in my house, but I thought I was in a hotel and I thought I was a basketball player. Well, and I was so confused, and I was like, wait a second, who am I? And then I said, hello, because I didn't know who was there. And then slowly it came back to me, and I was like, wait a second. I'm dreaming. What
if Raven came up to you right at that moment, right at that very moment, and she comes up to the behind you, whispers in your ear, and she goes, "You're in the game."
Yeah. I'd be like, what's happening?
Get off.
My reality is crumbling before me.
Get off the bench. Make the shot. Yeah. It's your time to shine.
I'm Batman. I'm Batman. What's happening? But anyways, if you want to write us, if you want to ask us questions, comments, anything, you can reach out at ggratedchannel@gmail.com.
There she is.
All right. Hey, thanks for listening to GG Radio, y'all. One thing about this podcast, is
all right.
Older, and y'all stay the same age. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. All right.
Guys, thank you for stopping in. Be sure to check out our video being released later this week. If we don't talk to you, make sure you have a Merry Christmas, and we'll see y'all right after. Have a good one. Thanks for stopping in.
Later.